So I'm joined here now for Darts in Ireland with Paddy Cullen. He's the INDO youth officer, which means this is a very busy weekend for him because we have the INDO Inter-County Youth Championships on at the moment. The first probably obvious question, Paddy, that everyone which probably comes to mind with everyone is the Luke Littler effect. He's a 16-year-old who made it to the PDC World Championship final, and I don't think there's anyone across the world, let alone just darts fans, who don't know his name at this stage. Have you seen, as yourself as in your role as the youth officer, kind of even just looking at the teams that are here today, has there been a bigger interest amongst younger people in playing the game?
Yeah, I see a big interest. Since that Luke Littler effect, as they're calling it now, we've had new teams entered as well. Kilkenny have a new team, Monaghan have a team, so it's after really expanding massively, and we've a hall full of 37 teams, which is a record, and there's something like 240 players, so it really has come on leaps and bounds.
Superb. And the other brilliant thing about it as well is, like, you've boys, you've girls, you've 8-year-olds up to 18-year-olds. I mean, it's very inclusive. Do you think that's also kind of what attracts a lot of the younger kids to it as well? That, like, you've got girls up there who are beating the lads and all stuff like that, and it's not a problem to them. And it's very inclusive that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like, the girls are really, the standard is really brilliant between the girls. Like, that there is some girls out there that are leaps and bounds above some of the lads. Like, they really are a great bunch of girls. Like, so it's brilliant that we see more and more girls coming into the game as well since Christmas as well. Like, in my own club in Carlow, like, we came back after the Christmas break and we've had 6 or 7 little girls come into the play because of this effect. But the girls really is a growing place in it.
Yeah, and in terms of when you were here, like, I mean, you're probably scouting and looking at some of the teams as well. In terms of the higher end quality, then you'd be putting in the kind of youth international teams and what have you. I mean, have you seen the quality also improve in terms of the standard that the players are playing at when they come to these championships?
Yeah, definitely. Like, as we go through the weekend, like tomorrow we have the rankings to make the Irish team to play in the Europe Cup, and it's fairly tight for a couple of spots at the moment, and it really does bring up the standard when it's a close run-in. We've only a couple of rankings left, but really the standard in Ireland is really, really exceptional at the moment.
Very good, yeah. And I have to ask you as well, Paddy, you just mentioned there a second ago, just off camera, that Carlow won the Pairs Championship last night. You said it's the 3rd year in a row. You're obviously heavily involved with the Carlow as well. I know you can't be two parts of them because you're involved in the whole inter-county organisation, but how happy are you to see how well the Carlow teams are doing in particular, and what's the secret down there? What have you been doing that maybe other counties could learn off?
Yeah, look, it's I don't know, we just opened the doors a few years back and it just seemed to go from there. We've had obviously Adam D, who's just actually turned 18 this year. He's gone over age, so he's a big loss to the county, but the standard in Carlow is brilliant at the moment, and it seems to be just that everyone gets along with one another and to push one another to be the best, and obviously this is the 3rd year in a row to bring it back to Carlow with Jack and Rebecca. Very
good, yeah. And you mentioned there about obviously the rankings then to make it onto the Youth Ireland team. We've had some very good success with the women winning the World Cup last year, and I know the youth teams have done very well, making finals and all that as well. What's kind of your hope there for the future? Do you think that's going to be kind of come standard now that Irish teams will go to these championships and they'll be serious contenders for pretty much every time they go to a youth championships, ladies championships, and even the men's team when they go to these big events?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously with everything in any sport, the youth systems are always important because it brings on your youths onto your senior levels, and they're push the senior players on. Going forward, I think we've great chances in both boys and girls teams events in the Europe Cup and the World Cup. Like Rebecca got to the final of the singles over in Denmark this year gone out. But yeah, the level is just brilliant at the moment with Irish darts.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much, Paddy. I'll leave you at it because you're going to have a busy night and tomorrow ahead as well, obviously as well. So thanks very much and best of luck with everything.
No problem. Thanks very much.